Welcome to Natural Alternatives. My name is Ernest Huta. I'm the president, owner, and director of Natural Alternatives. And combined in our clinic is the resource and tools of Dr. Mark Wheaton, Dr. Dave Gottenborg, Dr. Dave Anders. Both of those two are chiropractors. Dr. Mark Wheaton is a sports medicine physician and a physiatrist. And we work together here on one common theme, and that is the synergy of practitioners working together to help facilitate your healing and recovery and rejuvenation from injury and disease and illness and sickness. And so we approach that in many, many different ways. Today, one of the things that I'm going to spend some time talking about is the human lymph system. Very, very little known about it, very little spent to actually address it or treat it. In our clinic, we do mild lymphatic massage. We always are addressing that as a part of the entire therapy approach because the lymph system is the way that our body gets rid of waste, cellular waste from all over the entire structure. And so when you look at this chart of the vascular system and viscera, this is just kind of showing how it all lays out. And I took a little blip chart from Wikipedia. It'd be easy if you just flip this over the top of it, you begin to see that in these areas of your armpit and chest, breast area, and also in your pelvic area is where much of your lymphatic structure clusters into or drains to, and ultimately going into what is called the lymph aorta in the human body and dispersed into the heart and treated out as waste to get rid of all this waste from our body. But lots of illnesses and lots of disease and lots of sickness and everything that we suffer with, when you have an injury, your body's lymph structures is compromised. People will swell. It's no different than what happens with a sprained ankle, or any part of injury or illness or sickness encompasses lymphatic structure. And our goal is to go in and help facilitate that. In the series in which I show one of our clients being treated, I always include using heat as a part of treating lymphatics because heat creates a draw point. And so if I want to help move lymphatic structure, I place heat in different areas of the body to make sure that I'm helping pull that lymphatic waste out of the extremity. Going back again to our lesson, lymphatic structure is fluid, interstitial fluid that flows only one way up towards the heart, and only from the head does it flow down. And so many times people suffer with all kinds of chronic issues that we can help by doing myolymphatic therapy, and we combine that with microcurrent therapy, a device that we have in our clinic that helps people, helps us to stimulate and recover, rejuvenate the entire lymph system. Because remember, that's your body's way of getting rid of toxicity and waste. Our goal is to help facilitate that as a part of care and treatment. That's what we encompass. So going back to the introduction about lymphatic structure, in the human body, the lymph system flows in a series of valves, a series of network with valves that flow only upwards towards the human heart. So from the feet, as you can see, I've got pads hooked up here, and I'm actually borrowing the Chinese and reflexology method of where the lymphatic structure is in the arch of the foot. So I'm running electrotherapy or microcurrent therapy through these sites and chasing that current all the way up to into the pelvis and the lower sacrum. So if you remember the chart that I showed, major portions of lymphatic clustering on humans is in the pelvic area. I've got heat here. I also have it here in her upper back, and I'm right now treating her sinus and head area because so many people struggle with headaches, chronic eye complications, you name it. There's no end to the things that people suffer with that are associated with chronic lymphatic issues. Lymphedema, people that battle with having been through breast cancer and having lymphedema in the arms or a limb because of that. There's just no end to the complications involving lymphatic structure. And again, going back to what I was saying earlier about what the lymphatic structure is for in the human body, absolutely paramount to understand that it only flows one way going up. And in the only area of the human body where it flows down is in the head. Other than that, all lymphatic structure is moving in a pathway of muscle contraction and with water through the entire system, going upwards towards the heart, ultimately being dispersed as waste through the kidneys. So realizing and understanding the importance of lymphatics, it is our body's toxin and waste removal system. Flows only one way. Lymph fluid is carried to the extremity via your blood, and your body has to take all that waste out of your system and excrete it. And so sometimes people, due to injuries, scar tissue, there's so many possibilities that can complicate lymphatic structure. They'll end up with chronic lymphedema, chronic lymphatic issues. They'll get chronically sick all the time. They can't recover from heads and colds and sinus issues, especially women who battle with lots of weight and fluid retained in this area. Could be simply because the lymphatic structure is all plugged up in the pelvic area. Same thing with the backs of the arms and the shoulders and breast area, all because of the lymphatic structure. And another really important thing to understand about women is that their lymphatic structure can be almost 30% greater than a man. It explains why women tend to have far more lymphatic complications than men do. But nonetheless, they also need lymphatic structure for the obvious reasons that we've talked about. So I hope today you've enjoyed the brief lesson. Again, it's not a comprehensive study on lymphatics or lymphatic structure, but a brief lesson to help you begin to understand that some of the issues you may be suffering with, chronic lymphedema, chronic sickness, sinus trouble, all of that is stuff that here at Natural Alternatives we can help. And we love to have an opportunity to work with you. Go to naturalalternatives.com. That's natural with an E at the end of it. And research what Natural Alternatives is all about and all of us practicing and working together. Our clinic is in Monaga, 218-564-4200 is our number. But we also clinic in Fargo area, Fargo-Moorhead area, Excelsior, Minnesota, also in the Alexandria area. So we have multiple options and ways that we can help reach out and take care of your needs. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Wellness for Life.